This week, let's talk about playtesting etiquette and what you should know when going to a playtesting event. Let's start with the easiest one. Let's start with an easy one. If you ask 5 people to playtest your game for 1 hour, you should be playing 5 hours of other people's games. This tends to be pretty easy to achieve by simply asking others at the table if they have games to play. Now, if you have a longer game, make sure to state the length of the game up front before people commit to playing. And then after about 1 hour of playing, ask the players if they're ready to give feedback or if they'd like to keep going. It's also important to mention your design goals. Tell the playtesters exactly what type of feedback you want, and that's a good way to help avoid unwanted feedback or wasting time. Also, make sure to be respectful of other people's time. Practice your setup, rules, pitch. Try to be as efficient as you can. Be open to feedback and suggestions. Your fellow designers and testers will likely have a wealth of thoughts and ideas to share about your game. Take advantage of this, but don't let misunderstandings or differences of opinion get in the way. It's up to you to filter that feedback, but you can also do that later. Now, on the flip side of that, when you're a playtester, make sure to listen carefully to the designer and try to provide the feedback to help what they're looking for. For example, suggestions about graphic design may not be useful in a session about balancing the rules. If the designer has a playtester evaluation sheet, make sure to take notes or even draw pictures. This can be very helpful to the designer so they have feedback recorded. Try to prevent your thoughts at the end of the session to avoid interruptions. Then focus on being constructive and helpful. A designer's game is likely something they've labored over and cared deeply about. They're sharing their game to try to make it better, and it can be discouraging if the feedback is dismissive or thin. But also, not every game is for everybody, and that's okay. If you don't think you can provide helpful feedback, it's okay to state that and walk away. Now, this is all things you can use when attending a Protospiel event. There's tons of them. Check out the one at Madison here. Let me know in the comments if you have a playtester etiquette you like to follow. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you gamers next week.